universe, heaven, hell, or not, you might think, what does that have to do with grief? Well, that's why we're here. So let's talk about it. God is my therapist. I actually just heard someone say that on a podcast, and it made me think, yeah, I mean, why not? You could talk to God and you actually might get something out of that. God may talk back to you, maybe not verbally, but in other ways. So yeah, because here's the thing, however you deal with grief, I mean, that's up to you. We all have different ways of dealing with loss. We all have different ways of dealing with life. So I heard that and I thought to myself, let me just talk about that. Because what it did for me is it made me realize, sometimes traditional therapy, and I've been through 7 or 8 therapists already, and my last one was basically a disaster. I felt worse after this session than I did before, and that's not healthy. And you might be saying, like, hey, Glenn, if you've been through 7 or 8 therapists last year, maybe the problem is you. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that we can laugh about. Well, maybe it's not them, maybe it's you. Or maybe I expect something more. Or maybe I'll try God as my therapist and then get everything out and talk and see what happens. Because here's the thing, look, it really doesn't matter what you want to believe in or not believe in. You can be an atheist, you can be a Buddhist, you can be a Christian, you can be following Judaism. So whatever you want to believe in, that's fine. And however you make your way through life, that's totally up to you. And I'm open enough to realize, like, if I hear someone talk about something and I'm not sure about it, I'll listen. I'll listen to the point of view. I'll listen to why they believe or why they say something. And then I'll think about it and go, oh, that's really interesting. Because here's the thing. No one lives the same life. No one is the same. We're here 1 out of trillions or, whatever the statistics are. But no one has lived our life. No one knows exactly everything we went through. Even the loved ones around you don't know what you went through your whole entire life. So your beliefs and your thoughts and whatever else there is that make up you has been accumulating over time to bring you to where you are now. And if you're here in Club Grief as a member, grief has brought you to this moment where you are. And how we deal with it is up to us. So I'm in my car recently, and I have Sirius XM radio. It's not a plug for them. It just came with the car, and I renewed the membership. It's not expensive. I enjoy the variety that allows me to listen to and find. It's quite amazing that they actually came up with this type of radio. And I just happened to flip on I'll just tell the person's name. It's Joel Osteen. He's a minister, Christian, head of a church, Lakewood, I believe it's called, in Houston, Texas. And here's the thing, you don't have to turn this off, but here's what I want to let you know. He talks about God, faith, and Bible. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There is something beautiful about that because, everyone's basically saying the same thing, whether it be thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, even before Jesus walked the earth, that whether it be Buddhism or Hinduism or whatever, they're all kind of saying the same thing. Look, just be a good person and treat others around you well. It's pretty much that simple. And here's the thing also. I've listened to Eckhart Tolle. You might have heard of him. He talks about God. Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay. All of these, I know is going to sound a little woo-woo, but the self-help or whatever they call the movement that was going on, the New Age movement. But they all talk about something other than us, whether it be energy, whether it be spirit, whether it be universe. And you'll hear people say, well, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Well, basically, we're all kind of looking for something more outside of ourselves. And you know what? That's healthy. Look, we all question why we're here, what's our purpose, and then grief makes us question it even more. You know what? I had to take a moment. I'm getting chills. I'm starting to feel a little sad. Could have been the awful session and therapy had the other day. And here's the interesting thing. When you think about therapy, therapists, break it down, the rapist. And I'm not criticizing therapy because I've had some great therapists who helped me through my grief as I'm still dealing with it. And I'm sure you probably have too. But the reason I look at that and I think about it, okay, there are some therapists, I believe, this is my personal opinion, that are in it to just keep you going and keep you in therapy as long as they can. Because look, it's a business. They're a person. They're really not any better than you or I. They have training in something. Look, my day job is an editor, TV film editor. And I've been doing that for over 20 years. So I kind of got that down to what I know what I'm doing. I mean, like, I can do it. I always kid around and say I'm like a trained monkey. But here's the thing. If you're trained and experienced in something, that's great. It doesn't mean you're better. It just means you have some insight into something that maybe some of us don't, which is really, really helpful. So if you're in therapy, that's great. And I say the rapist because I heard it on an actual interview with somebody, and you kind of break it down. Then I heard it on a show called Arrested Development, and the character Tobias Funke called himself an rapist. But anyway, you have to watch the show. It's hilarious. It's just a wonderful show called Arrested Development. Check it out. But yeah, so look, like I said, I've had some great therapists. I've talked to God. I've listened to Joel Osteen. I've listened to his wife, Victoria. I've listened to people talk about grief. I listened to people talk about therapy. I've been in therapy. I've had a nurse practitioner. I have a primary care physician. So my world had changed when my wife, Heidi, passed away. And now here we are. Yeah, in Club Grief. So listen, I just want to say that find whatever works for you. If it's God, that's great. If it's not, that's fine too. It's therapy, that's fine too. Whatever it is that makes you feel good and helps you get through this. And hey, I hope this podcast, Club Grief, helps you deal with your grief. So until next time, be safe, be well. Remember, you're not alone.